Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday we had the biggest move in the Dow Jones in a number of years. I haven't actually looked at the data properly yet, but that was a 11.6% fall in the Dow. And the interesting thing is that in amongst that was a $500 million injection from the Fed, and they're going to be pushing another $500 million in today. But not that it did much to curb the panic at the moment. So we have a look at the 3 hour. The 3 hour bar here was basically the injection. Okay, and I think before we get to the 3 hour, let's just see whether we have our measured move played out. And the first time in a long time that I've seen a measured move to the downside overextend itself on the Dow. Okay, so the measured move was pretty much down to that level there, 22,241, and we are right now hovering around 2478. So futures market at the moment is down 2.8%, and it's looking calm, if that makes sense. Anyway, just looking at the 3 hour. I said yesterday they've got to start doing something. They have injected their first amount. They're going to be injecting more into this. And I think, the real panic is between the two countries. There's a disparity between the two countries at the moment is how they record their victims. I'm not allowed to say any other words on YouTube. But so in Italy, they are testing far fewer people, but having a much higher sort of death rate. And if you look at South Korea, they're testing far more people, identifying it earlier, and have a much lower death rate. So I think the panic is setting in because of a number of other countries which are going to be very similar to Italy. So even my country, South Africa, is probably going to be the same. But anyway, that's not why we're here. The structure that we have now, we've had measured move play out, extend past the measured move. I was skeptical of shorts yesterday. Was wrong. Just shows you how markets can be against you completely. And just to put things into context, I think I'd rather just come down. Let's come down to. Just give me a sec. I just want to bring a 5-minute chart or even a 3-minute chart into this. So if you look at what happened yesterday with that the cash injection, you can see we had it was pretty much here. Got the wrong area. Right, let's start again. So this was the cash injection. You can see the news came through. We were pretty much sort of hovering. We had the gap down onto the limit. So let's just put the limit in. So that was the market limit at 7% down. We had that down, and then we were coming back to test it again, and then the announcement came through. So immediately we rallied close to 7%, 1,400 points. Okay, and you would have thought, okay, that's good enough. That's a really good rally. And what happens? Turned around and meandered back to the downside. And then you can see hit limit again, down further. So, and now we've just been meandering to the downside. But I just look at the size of the bars compared to what was happening here. It's on the 3-minute chart. On the half hour, it doesn't really make any much difference, except this is a really strong trend to the downside. So this, you had this buying here as well, off limit. So at the open yesterday, hit limit and then up. And I think we hit limit 3-4 times yesterday before it actually shut down. And this wasn't that half hour. Sorry, our limits, it was higher limits there. So you can see we shut down a few times before breaking through. Okay, I am still of the opinion that the buyers are going to step in soon. Calm heads are going to prevail very soon. People are going to start seeing value. This is a massive fall. Yeah, this is more than a correction right now. So if you look at that, that is now 30%. So we've had a 30% correction, and we've pretty much taken out 2 years of gains, and we are not far from taking out 3 years of gains, another 3.5%, and we're going to take out 3 years of gains. Okay, so for me, I'm really am starting to just watch this very carefully and look for opportunities. I'm still staying out of the market, not really interested in it today. Way too volatile for my likings. And just where you think you have a positive vibe coming through, you have this kind of stuff. So I think the trend is down. You want to be trading with the trend. But for me today, I'm really staying out of this market. This is all panic. So none of your technical analysis is really going to work at the moment until the market settles down. If you just look at the Ichimoku, give you a fairly good idea. Trend is down. It's not just down. I mean, it's seriously down. The interesting part is that the resistance that's going to be to the left on the way up is not that much. In other words, it's been a straight fall instead of a gradual sort of structure. It's only been a structured form and then falls. And if you look at the weekly as well, look at the weekly resistance in the cloud. There's nothing there. Okay, so, and if I go to the monthly, we have a monthly crossover brewing as well. Our bottom of cloud on the monthly. And there is some structure coming up down here. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in that area. I don't think, I suppose I mustn't say that because it's been catching me quite a few times now. But I think we should find at least some support there. The only concern that I do have here is we've got this massive breakout here. And that's a structural breakout, so that takes us even lower. But the Americans are going to protect their market soon, and I can't see them allowing this to carry on much longer. So if the Fed's injection doesn't happen properly, you're probably going to find some political noise coming through, which is going to try to drive market up. And then also what you probably find is they may take some drastic action, like shutting the stock market down or something for a period of time. But or stop short selling or something like that. But anyway, it's something that I'm just really weary of getting on this gravy train at the moment. I'm so late in the trend. Okay, so for me right now, sit on my hands. We've had a sort of from limit down. Another 800 odd points down. So yeah, I mean, my advice really is just sit down, wait on the sides, watch this happen. You're probably going to find any pullback is going to get sold, and this is the Asian session at the moment. So this could also just be the headache from yesterday's chaos. So yesterday being a 10% move down, Asia in live trading is down 5% at the moment. So this little fall here could really be the Asian fall down. Okay, so I think for me, I'm going to wait and see what the next $500 million injection does. See if that gets people going. Otherwise, we'll pick us up on Monday and see what we can do on Monday. But for me, my advice is really sit on the side unless you are short. Then it's a case of moving your stops down. But I don't see opportunities to get in onto this train right now. And I'm not going to risk it, not with the volatility. Not when we are swinging 600 points in a half-hour candle, and probably even worse than that. Swinging 144 points in a 3-hour candle. I just don't see any opportunities in that kind of environment for me right now. Anyway, enough rambling. I hope it helps somewhat, and stay safe, guys. If you're not in this, sit on the side, wait for the opportunity. There is going to be a massive opportunity coming to the upside. Even if it's just a retracement, that retracement will generate a lot of cash for people. Okay, here we go. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers for now.